BBC Three Counties Radio.
It seems there are two words which are quickly starting to give people a chill down their spine. Literally, those words, energy prices. But are there any ways, any realistic ways we can reduce our energy bills? Let's talk to Consumer Affairs and One Show reporter Lucy Siegel and Rebecca Howard from MagnaClean. Ladies, very good afternoon to you. Lucy, it's rumoured that David Cameron alluded to wearing an extra jumper as a way of combating cold. What is the reality? What else can we do?
Yes, the jumper thing. I think that several ministers have been persuaded to talk about knitwear in the same breath as talking about price hikes, which people don't want to be told to wear an extra jumper. However, I will just say that if you turn your thermostat down 1 degree, you can save 60 quid a year. So
by 1 degree.
Yes, it's worth thinking about, OK? But let's move on from jumpers. There's lots of other things that you can do. I think we need a little bit of a sort of mental shift, and we need to start thinking about how our houses can really work much harder and how things like the boiler can perform much better. Because if we can't control these price hikes and all the rest of it, let's look at what we can control as homeowners, people who rent flats, whatever situation we are in. OK, so I look at really, really practical measures. And cumulatively, think of your loft, for example. If it's not insulated, there's £180 a year that's going out through the roof. So drafts, very easy. It's not rocket science to stop a draft. £30 a year. So all of this starts to add up. And the thing that was really, really striking to me is that 60 to 80% of our energy bills, these huge bills that we're all experiencing and feel very worried about, that is to do with your boiler. So let's look at the boiler.
How big a difference can the boiler make? I mean, Rebecca, please join us in the conversation. I mean, I know that we had, in my house, we changed our boiler 2 or 3 years ago. We had a very old boiler, got a brand new boiler, a bit of a struggle to get, but actually I have seen a difference in the efficiency of the thing.
That's right. The new boilers that are out nowadays are SEDBOOK A-rated for energy boilers, and the efficiency of those boilers as they come off the production line is fantastic. I think that one of the things the research brings out is that there are simple steps you can take within a home to keep that efficiency level consistent from the boiler, and it's those types of things that will save money. As an example, one of the things which I've done in my own home is put a beautiful new boiler on an older system. So those cold spots on radiators that indicate debris within the system are going through my new boiler.
But of course, it is expensive getting a boiler in, and I changed the boiler and the radiators, and it's a real headache, and hopefully it will recoup the savings in years to come. But I just see the efficiency, because I know that if we turn the boiler on, I'm saying to don't turn the boiler on, but if we do turn the boiler on, within 5 minutes the house is actually quite warm, and I can turn it back off again.
Yes, it's really good because it's working properly, and that's what we want to see. I mean, one of the most heartbreaking things I think about energy bills is that if you feel that you are paying through the nose for an underperforming heating system, that's something that we've really got to change. So if you're not going to get a new boiler and your boiler is inefficient and it's not working properly, then basically even if it's like a really high rating, it's performing at a low rating. So look at something like a device which you can get installed, which will clean out the system and make that boiler work efficiently. That's what we need to do.
Lucy, can I ask you, is it more effective, more efficient to have the boiler on all the time at very low temperatures, or to turn it on and off as and when needed?
This is the sort of $1 million question, isn't it? And there's quite a lot of variables because it depends in your property, how you use the different rooms, what sort of boiler you have, all these kind of particulars. I mean, I actually really like the whole control thing is really, really important. And I like things like thermostatic radiator valves, where you're actually thinking about how you use each room, because we don't use all rooms the same. We have a lot more traffic and things going on in the living room. Maybe there's a bedroom that you don't really use very much, and that just gives you that control. So rather than heating the whole house all the time to the same temperature, I prefer that. Rebecca, what do you think?
Well, I think it's in terms of the homeowner needs to look at how they use the home. I mean, we all, whether it's young or older, kids, no kids, everybody uses the home differently.
Okay.
And from that point of view, the plumber and or the gas safe engineer is really the person, the expert in the field, to give that advice on which
So efficiency, look after the boiler, failing all that, and failing knitwear. What about a nice thick onesie?
Oh, I was going to say I
or
love a
can we-
onesie, but I don't.
Oh, neither do I. And what about going a bit more Eskimo-like? Because you know what the Eskimos do? Lucy, Rebecca, and I, if we were all three of us in a nice cold room with no central heating, you know what the Eskimos would do?
Tell me. What would they do?
Worried.
I'm not going to spell it out.
Rub noses.
They do that as well. They
We're
rub other
so
things.
innocent.
No, they take their clothes off and they do body hugs.
Do they?
I tell you what, Lucy, this is going to
How
be the next
sweet.
big feature on the One Show. I'll gladly do it with you if you want. I'll come back. I tell you what.
Is that an offer? Wow, that's great. That's nice. That's the best offer I've had today. That's lovely. Lovely. I look forward to this.
Thank you, ladies. I wish you well. Take
Thank
care.
you.
Thanks very much.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank
Bye.
you.
Bye.